and the Stampmaven here. Today's project is this cute little Santa tag that I've made using a variety of our Stampin' Up! Punches. I want to show you first a tip for using up some of your scraps to make Santa's mustache and beard. If you look really closely, you can see that it is embossed, and I'm going to show you a quick way to do that using your scraps. All right, so what I've done is I've taken 2 strips of 11 by 1 inch Whisper White cardstock, and I'm folding them in half. Now, the reason I'm doing that is so I will get 2 pieces of the embossed paper, and it will give me more when I'm making several of these Santa tags. Let me get my Big Shot on the right tab here, if that would help. Alrighty, then we're going to roll these through. Did you know that you actually can emboss more than 1 piece of cardstock at a time? Okay, now I'm going to take these out, and here is the cool thing. I'm going to hold these up here so hopefully you can see. On these 2 sides, you've got the embossed little polka dots, and on here you've got the debossed. So all I need to do is, I'm going to just tear them in half, and now I've got 4 pieces of the cardstock strips that I can use in my punch to make Santa's beard and mustache. All right, let me stick my Big Shot down here out of the way so I can show you exactly how I did this tag. The tag part actually has the black that Santa is on top, and then I've also put a white tag layer underneath and then just secured it with some of our silver ribbon. And the reason I did this is so you would be able to write a little greeting on your tag. Writing on the back of this black, you'd have to have either a white, gold, or silver pen. And this way, it makes it kind of a little hidden compartment to write your greeting. So what I did is I started with strips of 2x4 Whisper White and black cardstock. And then all I did was I put the end into the punch, and then I punched it, and that gave me these shapes right here. I used my 1 3/4 circle punch and my Blushing Bride cardstock to make the face. Then I used my 1/2 inch circle punch right here to punch out the nose. I used googly eyes that I just got at the store for the eyes. You could just punch out black cardstock and use a little white gel pen to give it some dimension, but I really like the googly eyes. All right, now let me show you how I did the beard and the mustache. We've got our little strips that we used in the Big Shot. I'm going to punch out 2 pieces of the large part of the bow from our bow builder punch, and then I'm going to take this strip here and punch out, well, let me do it this way so I waste less. 1 there, and then I'll just slide it back on through. Come on, sometimes you have to just rip off a piece to make it go in there how you want. All right. Well, this little fellow is not cooperating. There we go. All right, now we're going to punch that. Who knew that you could make Santa's beard and mustache using this bow builder punch? Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to fold over these large pieces, and that's going to make the mustache part. I'm going to use our fine tip glue pen. If you haven't seen this, it's in the holiday catalog, and this is just a golden accessory. You can use it when you're adhering the little framelit and thinlets to your card, and it will make them stick great, and it won't ooze out all over because it's got the fine tip. So I'm going to just pinch these ends together on one side, and then it will dry. And now I'm going to do the same thing on this second piece. Just pinch where that little tab is, and you can also just poof it up if you want his mustache to stick up there. And then I have the tails of the bow, and we're going to use that for something else. So let me show you how quickly you can assemble this little tag. First thing I'm going to do is just cut off, maybe 6 inches of my silver cording. I'm going to make a loop. Then I'm going to put the black tag on top of the white one. I'm going to put the silver ribbon through the top, loop first, and then stick the tails through the loop and pull. Then you've got your tag ready to hang on your package. Now I'm going to keep using my fine tip glue pen. Just put a few little dots around Santa's face. I'm going to put him, try to center him right in the center of your black tag, up about 1/2 inch. Now we're going to build the rest of it. So again, I'm going to use my fine tip glue pen, and you could use snail or mono adhesive, but like I say, I think this fine tip glue pen works the best. So I'm going to put that one down, then I'm going to put a few dots on the other one, and I'm going to overlap it just a little bit for Santa's beard, so it's all one piece. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is just put a little drop of the glue. I'm going to put it right on top of where I did the beard. Now, don't worry. Right now, this looks kind of messy, but when we put his nose on top, you won't see any of that. Now, you want to just butt the 2 ends of your bow up there together so they meet in the middle. You don't want to overlap them. Okay, now I'm going to take his nose, give a little bit of the glue, put that right here on top. See how you don't even see those little ends anymore? Put a little glue on the bottom of the googly eye. You could also use the ones that are adhesive backed, and then you just pull that off. Now put the second one on here, and you've got his eyes. Now, how do you suppose I made his hat? This is just so fun. I've got our tree punch here. All you need to do is slide in your real red cardstock to where it just comes to the base of the tree, because you don't need a trunk for Santa's hat. Then you're going to either take a bone folder, or I have my paper snips right here, so I'm going to use that, and I'm going to just go over the hat a few times to kind of break down the fiber. Then I'm going to take my hat, and I'm going to put the little hat right on the top of his face. Then I'm going to use my word window punch and another scrap of Whisper White to put a little piece right here that will be his hat. Now, if you wanted to, you could stop there and you would have an adorable tag. But what I'm going to do is take just a regular cotton ball, and I'm going to pull off a little bit of that cotton. I'm going to kind of just roll it around in my hand, And then I'm going to put a little more of my fine tip glue right on that Whisper White word window piece. And look, I'm going to put a little bit of that cotton right on top of that piece, and we're going to give Santa a real fuzzy Santa's hat. Then I've got another little dollop of cotton here. I'm going to roll around in the center of my palm to just make like a little pom-pom. Put a little more glue on that baby, and I'm going to put it right here on the tip of his hat. And voila! Look how easy and quick you were able to make that tag. I hope you enjoyed the project, and at the very end I'll have a list so you can go right to my website and buy your supplies and make your own tags. This is a great project to do with kids. Very simple. Happy stamping!